Hello everybody and welcome to another installment of the NASCAR Pokemon Cup Series right here on Pichu, London. We're here live at the brand new Mosport International Raceway for the YTP Weekend presented by HoH SiS Foundation Repair. How this is set up is we're racing in two configurations of Mosport. One is the road course configuration and the other will be the oval configuration. Only the drivers that finish below the top 10, 11th or worse, get to race in the oval configuration. Because Mosport, this track is prone to a ton of wrecks, and those who survive the most should be lucky. So, and the others would get another chance at it at the oval configuration, which is just about almost as exciting as the road course config, as I heard. So. We are almost done with the NASCAR Pokemon Cup Series World Tour. We have one more race after this, the World Tour, and that's in Pig Stadium for the third Pigs Grand Slam race. And then 10 races will be left, the final chase for the wins, so that you can be into the playoffs in the Pokemon Cup Series. And that's going to be exciting to watch. Anyway, starting on the pole today, it is the 51 of Jacob Lawler. On the outside is the 56 Tim Fralick. Starting third is the 44 Emma White, and fourth is the 88 George Warwick. Fifth is the 22 of Abby Sachs, and sixth is the 9 of Rohit Darbu. Seventh is the 6 of Zach Flickinger, and eighth is the 14 Hayden Klein. Ninth is the 4 of James Shelley, and rounding out the top 10, the 10 of Marshall Race. We're starting off with the road course config. And later today, we'll be heading on over to the other configuration, which will be the short track configuration. So it'll be an exciting doubleheader for you all to enjoy. And just to let you know, here are the drivers starting 16th and below. And I thought I would remind you who are 16 and below. So again, only the ones that finish below the top 10, 11th or worse, get to race in the oval config. So the top 10 drivers would get a rest from the oval track, and the ones 11th below will get another chance to shine at the oval config. So hope you guys enjoy this weekend, and now without further ado, it'll all begin with those famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the car should be rolling right about now. Mosport is a very slippery and very cautious track, almost like 349. So every step counts. And boy, is this going to be one heck of a weekend here we're going to be seeing tonight. First the road course race, and then later today, the oval race. So get ready for a double dose of racing today. Maybe a long weekend, but it's worth the price of admission. Here we go, 21 laps at Mosport, and the green flag is out. Underway in the road course Mosport. Already side by side. Look at this, 3-2 wide battle. They're staying the tandem. I'm surprised they've stayed that for a while. Fralick actually has the preferred line below, as you see that the 51 machine went below down the line. There's still two wide racing. I'd be careful if I was them. You don't want to get a wreck early in this race. Here comes a tough S-curve, which can be very tough to navigate. And some drivers are showing why it's so tough to navigate. Already some mix-ups. And already the field separate a lot. Top 5 is in their own group. Lawler still battling against Fralick. Fralick had the lead at one turn, and then the next turn it was the 51. Now they're heading towards the final turn. That's the final carousel turn where every move counts. Here they come to the last turn. Lawler's going to lead us to the first lap. Or is he? Yes, he is. First lap, and the caution is out. Caution just came out just in time. And it was out for, I think it was for Joey Murphy and Nicole Williams. Gotta see that again, though. Started in 38th, and not a great day so far already. And where was the caution? I didn't see him spin, so we gotta check the pace car and see when the caution came out. Fast forward and see when the lights came on so we can get a better understanding as to where the first caution took place. Well, it was actually going good up until that point. And that's where the lights were. Let's see. Oh, I just found a reason. Yep, just found the wreck. So my keyboard is just sucking. I really need a new keyboard. That's alright. That's all good. Anyway, here's the first caution of the day, and I'm surprised. This was a little bit of a, not much of a spin, but just a little bit of contact. Chris Dollarton and Diego Espina get a high up together in the tire barrier, and boom, they hit each other. Dollarton and Espina have to be magically sent to the pits to fix damage, and they just came to the stripe. We almost had a clean first lap. Wait, that might not be the caution, or is it? It may be the caution. You know what's weird? Some of these have a little bit of damage in their cars already. Yeah, that was the caution. I'm not sure why that would be a caution, though. There wasn't any spin. It could have easily been a local caution. They weren't in any danger to any of the leaders. I'm not sure why, but I guess it was the debris on the track flying, and that might have caused it. So they wanted to play it safe, basically, and that's a good call. And Lawler apparently wants to play it safe too. He's pitting early. It's just the second lap, and he's already pitting. I guess it's part of his strategy, but we'll see if it works at the end. Either way, that gives Tim Freilich the lead, unless if he does pit just before the green flag waves, and we've had that happen many times before, so I wouldn't be surprised if it happened again. Ospina and Dollarton were the only two retired from this race, and we are getting back under green. As soon as the pace car comes out, they hit the start-finish line. Because as you know, road courses take only 2 caution flag laps compared to 5 in normal oval tracks. And here we go, we're about to get under green, and no, Freilich won't pit, so he's going to take the lead to the green. We're back racing. Again, kind of surprised that Jacob Lawler on the very second lap, on the second lap under caution, decided to pit. Guess this was part of his strategy. Well, he wasn't the only one. Some drivers did pit along with him as well, but a little surprised. And Freilich is just pulling away with the lead, though all the others will have to make pit stops sometime. Here they come towards that turn as Rourke didn't do so great on that turn. Neither did Rohit Vaidarvu, and Vaidarvu loses a ton of spots. He loses a spot. He might lose the top 5 too, thanks to that. Oh, we got a possible challenge for second between Bill Flickinger. No, it's Zach Flickinger and George Rourke. Could that be good news for Tim Freilich? Uh-oh. Wow, now Bill is going to try to eye on the 56 machine. And a little bit surprised that we're still clean. And we are going to be clean again. So I'm a little surprised that we've stayed clean. I've seen the F1 race at Mosport. We've had an F1 race at Mosport. That was a mess. That was a real mess. I mean, a really big mess. An unexpected turn of events. Oh, never mind. We just have a caution between Pichu, Rod Houston, Jordan Davis, and Joey Murphy. So, yeah, the caution just came out, but we're going to enjoy this one green flag lap. They'll be racing back to the line. So at least we had some kind of a green flag run somewhere. Kinda. Rourke might get third back. Avi Sachs, he lost it on the apron, on the grass. And that is a big turn. That is a big turn. That'll probably decide most of positions. And we just got word the 14 has just retired in the middle of the caution. I'm looking at the scoreboard right now. Hayden Klein in the 14 has just retired. And guess what? Look at this. Zach Flickens and Tim Frelick just spun around. And George Rourke is involved. The drivers second and third just spin out. What a shocking twist as Zach Flickens released to the line. Oh my goodness, the last turn, Tim Frelick and George Rourke get together and they spin out. Oh my goodness. We gotta check this out first. Wow. I can't believe this happened. It was on the very same turn that Diego Espina spun out Chris Dollerton. It was on the very same turn. And remember I said that other S-curve turn was the game changer? The deciding turn? Well, I guess I was wrong. This is the turn to look out for. Oh my goodness. And Tim Frelick has just lost another race on a heartbreaking result. Here is onboard camera with George Rourke and Frelick. They get together and Frelick spins and so does Rourke. I'm doing this slow-mo just to show you what exactly happened. And wow, was that a one heck of a ride. Here it is from TV2. My goodness. Wow. And what happened to Hayden Klein back there? Last time we saw him, he retired from this race in the middle of the caution period. Oh, now we found out how. Now we know why. Remember we said Hayden Klein was 7th and then suddenly retired that quickly? Well, we now know what happened. Hayden Klein and Mason Wood got too high up a turn and both hit the tire barriers, both going for a spin. And the 14 would not, neither of the two would get their car started. Whoa, 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 what did I just saw James Shelley clip somebody. Just as the 17 was about to disappear in the pits, he gets hit by James Shelley. He just got hit. Wow, an unlucky break for him. Not the right time to do so, but well, what can you do? It's Mosport. And I think Charles Sandberg also got a hit. And now let's check out what caused the caution in the first place between Pichu and Rod Houston. And boy, you will not believe what happens. Remember that glitch in which they can go through that pit wall when they are spun out? Well, Pichu did that achievement right there. Yeah, and they slide each other into the pits. And Pichu, look at that, his pit road stall was just near. And he just backed up a bit and went to pit. Oh, this is what I love. This is one of my favorite parts of Mosport. It's the glitch. I call it the pit wall start-finish line glitch. Here it is from the helicopter view. And look at this. They cross the stripe, both spin out. And Rod Houston goes for like a weird spin, like a topsy-turvy somewhere. He went topsy-turvy on us. And, wow. That's very weird. But what happened to Joey Murphy? He wasn't involved in any of this. We saw Jordan Davis and Joey Murphy get in the pits, and now we know why. They were also victims of being too high and getting into that tire barrier. That tire barrier is so hard that a one hard hit, even if it's soft, even if it's the softest hit ever, it can stop your car. Those tire barriers, they're that hard. They're really hard. I'm not, and don't put it negatively. Please don't put that quote negatively, folks. But wow, what a weird wreck between Pichu and Rod Houston. Pichu gets to ride down below pit road. And if that spin is in the race with the leaders, I'd be shocked. Oh, I'd be really shocked. We have a ton more racing to go, so it's likely it could happen. It could happen. And well, one more thing before we get back under green. I was wondering what happened to Charles Sanford because I saw him. Whoa, 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 whoa. Never mind, I saw Jordan Davis. It was Jordan Davis' spin. I thought it was someone else. Oh, wow, and the 83 didn't get some good. 93 Mary Cole had spun out as well, and it was a minor spin. Oh, now I know what happened to Sanford. And the very same turn in which Mason Wood and Hayden Klein wrecked, Charles Sanford got too high up and spun himself. Yeah. Mosport has been one of the weirdest tracks to race in, and no wonder this has become a Pokemon Cup race. They've always looked for the best tracks with the best finishes and the weirdest situations ever. Man, those officials are very smart, and I gotta give credit to those where credit is due. Well, Emma White chose to stay out. Everyone else decides to pit. Emma White chose to stay out. Hopes to give Napa a win here at Mosport after the other two Napa drivers retired from the race. I think that's what they said. Yeah, I think some retired. We'll have to get back on that later. We'll get back under it later, but first we might have the green flag period on right now. So we might get underway here. Yep, we're going to get back under green very quickly. That's why we've been a while, and now it's long enough to get into the green. So Emma White, your leader, choosing to stay out on that set of pit stops. Steve Pollard is second. Gene Sanford is third, should be third, I think. Jake Williams is fourth, and if they counted Charles Sanford as fifth, well, we'll see. Green is out again at Mosport. And they do give Charles Sanford fifth. I'm not sure how he would be fifth. He spun out earlier. We just saw him spin out, and yet he started in fifth. If he can make it out, with a top five, that'd be an incredible comeback. But meantime, the drivers did not pit in the middle. Emma White and Steve Pollard, I think those were the ones that pitted, was part of the group that pitted early. So great strategy for them if that could work out at the end. And where was the oh, and now there you see the 6. He was now in 9th. He dropped to 9th. So I think 8 drivers or so have not pitted here in the next previous caution. Oh, and Steve Pollard, he's looking for the lead. Steve Pollard trying to go for it. The 31 Gene Sanford as well. They've got to be careful though, because last time there was a spin between the top two. And Pollard has the preferred line below, and it's a rare move to the lead with a road course like this. Road courses you don't always get to see big moves like these, and I think that might have been the move for this portion because the caution just came out. Steve Pollard's your leader after that move. And Alan Smith, I think, caused the caution as you see him smoking. And wow. Here's what happened on the third caution. Everyone just got mixed up. Oh, wait a minute. No. He just spun out, I guess. Let's see. Lily Erickson. There were 3 wide here at Mosport. That's never good. Alan Smith was the victim. So was Lily Erickson. Smith came out smoking. Trevor Harvey gets a piece as Marshall Race had to slow down very, very quickly to even avoid spinning the 11. And if things weren't bad enough, Alan Smith and Erickson just taps the 16 back again out of revenge. I guess she was angry at the 16, and the 16 was left in the dust. Well, the tamest caution I think a bit of a tamest caution we've had all day, but well, there's going to be some bad blood between the 15 and 16 in pits today. But don't worry, they'll have another shot to do so later tonight when they have the oval race, the short track race. And the drivers retired from before. We never mentioned it early because the race had started right away too quickly. Tim Freilich, George Rourke, James Shelley, Mason Wood, Hayden Klein, Jordan Davis, and Joey Murphy retired from the previous caution, the caution before that. And we just got word Alan Smith has retired from this caution period with a camshaft issue. There'll be 11 laps to go when they get back under green at Mosport. Rod Houston's a lap down, so I'm not sure if he's going to be on the bottom of the leader when they get back under green. They do not pit this time, so I guess it was part of the ones that pitted early, and their strategy is starting to pay off. Steve Pollard, your leader. Steve Pollard is the leader. Then it's Gene Sanford, Emma White, Charles Sanford, and Jake Williams. So we have two Sanfords, a Pollard, an Emma White, and a Williams in the top 5. Green flag is out. It's here. It's Pollard versus Sanford, basically in the top 2. Both have 2 sets of drivers. Both have a pair of drivers in the field. And the Sanfords have 2 of them in the top 5. And wouldn't this be weird if the Sanfords finish in the top 2? Charles won already this season, but not Gene. Gene's looking to do so here. Stephen Paul III has already won this season early as well. Steve has not. He's looking to win here too. And Jake Williams is Aaron Williams has been the only Williams clan member to have won a race this season. He's won 3 of them. And we just have a caution. We have another caution coming out this period. And Pollard's trying to hold off hard-charging Sanford. Oh boy. Here comes the final turn. Is Pollard going to hold on to hard-charging Sanford? I think he might. Wait a minute. Sanford has something up her sleeve? No, I thought she would. And it's Pollard leading to the stripe unless if they get together. No, they don't. That was close. Sanford was close, not quite though. She'll have to wait another time. And well, look who was involved in the next caution. Lily Erickson. And on top of that, Interexpo, the last winner, was also involved. And we have some kind of a bigger wreck we've had to show you, so let's get on to it. It's rare to see flips in a road course like this, but, well, you're getting a glimpse of it. As you see, Marshall Race taps the 11 of Trevor Harvey. Interexpo gets clipped as well. That's how Interexpo got involved there. Tries to get back up on the track and flips over, almost trying to go over the course, over the wall. That would have been so bad. The 15 machine also gets clipped as well. Oh wow, I think the 11 he just clipped over. He was about to go over the wall. Wow, and he went over. He went over. He just went over and then he disappeared in the pits. Wow, that's a classic wreck. Here it is from TV1. Here it is from a lot of different views. Let's go with TV1 first. As you see, jumps over the wall, and it's possible to go over the wall. And he touched the bottom ground back there. He touched it. Wow. Wild ride for the 11 machine. He'll probably never forget that. But he'd love to forget it. Here's TV2, a better view of that wall. And you see, he did touch it. He did touch it. Wow. If it continued for a few more seconds, he would have been over that wall. And finally, the roof view. Onboard camera. And he hit. Wow! One of the most fireworks spectacular wrecks ever in a Pokemon Cup Series race. One more camera view before we get back under green, and this is the spectator view. Oh dear. Wow. Was that a wreck to remember, folks? Was that a big wreck to remember? Yeah, that was awesome. But nevertheless, Ericsson, Expo, and Harvey all retired from the race. And looks like Expo's not getting a second straight Road Course Canada win. Oh well. And Houston was not on the line, so I guess they won't be doing that anymore. So we're going to be having 8 laps to go here at Mosport. A lot more racing is at stake here as Steve Pollard is still the leader. Jean Sanford is hard charging for second. She was fighting for the lead all this just before the caution came out. So could we see her do her magic again? And something's wrong with Emma White. She's slowing down and not... Oh boy, Emma White has problems and she has to pit in the middle of the caution. Green is out again as the Napa teams just couldn't catch a break. And you saw earlier that Emma White had to go down pit road just before the green flag waves for some issues in her car. So tough day for her. It's gone even worse. Jake Williams moves up to third. A little bit of a slow start because of the slowdown that the 44 caused. But he's trying to catch up to them, to the top 2 drivers. And that'll move Charles Sanford back up to fourth now as he's passing a Flickinger for the spot, possibly. And that now makes both Sanfords in the top 5, and Jean Sanford, not a good start for her. She didn't get the turn right, and Pollard is sailing off. Steve Pollard is off. And Dylan Young, by the way, owns the 10th and final spot. Remember, those finishing 11th and below will have to race in the oval configuration of Mosport. And Steve Pollard, no competition for him. But he's got about 7 to go to held off until he's got 7 more laps of this at Mosport, and so that he can held off for the win. Oh, and Jean Sanford gets through the pit wall. Whoa, she got through the pit wall. She saved that, and she saved it. She's still second. What a save by Jean Sanford. That's going to lose her a ton of seconds, though, over Pollard, and it's going to make Pollard's lead even bigger. But nevertheless, Jean Sanford saved it, and she would have been gone if she had spun out. She would have gone to the oval. She would have gone to the short track race. Instead, she's trying to stay alive and hopes to catch the leader. And the caution is out. She'll have another chance. Nicole Williams was the victim of that caution. We'll get back to that later. But first, let's see the race to the line as Steve Pollard, his lead's going to evaporate quickly. And it's all because the caution came out. Pollard really liked this, by the way. He would have loved to have escaped with the lead very quickly. But now it's going to be a ton more grueling laps until he can claim that victory. Here they come to the finals corner, to the final curve. And Pollard leads it to the caution. And the field was about to get separate anyway, so... Good thing they brought out the caution. Good thing there was a wreck, for most of these drivers say. Good thing there was a wreck. Because if there wasn't, there would be trouble. Mass trouble. Let's see where the wreck happened with Nicole Williams. I'm trying to find out where the wreck happened. I know Nicole Williams was the cause of this caution, but where did Nicole wreck out? Oh, right here. On the very same turn, Trevor Harvey flipped over. Nicole Williams clips the tire wall, the very hard tire wall. Remember, one hit of that and your car just stops after that. Yeah, Nicole was a victim, so she's going to have to go to the short track, Mosport, and see if she can get redemption there. And I guess Williams is going to be in 28th, and I'm not sure, and I don't think she's going to be back on the track. So even if she does get back on the track, it's already assured she's not going to finish anywhere in the top 10. And oh no, Steve Pollard's pitting with 1 to go. Given the 1 to go signal, Steve Pollard chooses to pit. He could not make it on fuel and he gives up his win. Oh, it's got to be tough for the 43 team. And I kind of expected this because I didn't think they were going to last with fuel like that. But the question is, will Jean Sanford make it out? And she will be the leader after this if she can stay on green with 4 to go. Looks like Pollard's going to have to give up and go into the short track race. And those who's going to the short track race are the ones finishing 11th and below. And Aaron Williams currently occupies the 10th and final spot. The ones 11th and below go to the short track. Ryan Acosta is trying not to go to the short track race. But that could be a benefit because the win will count towards their results in the Pokemon Cup Series. The ones who have not won this season, if they win in Mosport Oval only, they're going to count. They're going to get credit for the win, and they are eligible for the playoffs. So it might not be a bad thing at all. Maybe you'll have to tank down. But the ones they want to look out for, they want to win this race. But all the top 10 are racing hard because all of them want to win this race. That's how hard they like to race at. So Steve Pollard pitting, and let's see if he does get out. He'll get out on the bottom line along with his brother, Stephen Pollard III. Oh, look at that. Two Pollards in a pod. Awesome. But not so awesome as that the 43 had to give up his lead. 4 to go now. Gene Sanford leading. Then it's Zach Flickinger, Jake Williams, Ryan Richards, and Leah Walker in the top 5. Remember I said the Napa guys were having a bad day? Well, Leah Walker is the last remaining Napa car on track. Well, Leah Walker is the last remaining Napa car that has a contention for the win. She stays in the top 10 though. She doesn't race in the oval race. So here we go. Green flag will be out with 4 to go. Gene Sanford got to be leading us to the green, I think. Oh, someone's pitting. I think Ryan Richards is pitting, and yep, Ryan Richards pitting, so he too has problems and cannot start the race on his own. Oh well, tough break for the one. He'll have to go to the oval track, but the green is out again here at Mosport. A great start for the 31 machine. Really good start for the 31. That's all she needed. Last time at 3:49 we had a three lap caution period that ended the race. If there is another caution now, it's likely that the race will be over. So next flag ends the race, I forgot to mention. If Jean can hold on and not pit during the caution period, she will win this race. But right now, there is a caution! There is a caution! Just when I said that, there is a caution flag! Gene Sanford, no competition from Zach Flickinger, but all she has to do is maintain her speed, and hopefully, she'll get the win under caution, if that is possible. Here we go, one more turn to go. And a few more turns I meant, and there's the one more turn. One more turn to go, and it's the 31 Sanford leading to the caution. Who gets the 10th and final spot? I think it was Charles Sanford. No, it was Luke Walker. Luke Walker got the 10th and final spot. Out of Kenny Bale in the 11th position. Great job for Luke making that final pass. He might barely get in unless if something goes wrong. And Steve Pollard's day has gone from bad to worse. He was the victim of the caution. We just saw him leading most of the day, and then all of a sudden, kablooey. It goes up in smoke. Let's see how it went up in smoke. Here's what happened. There's Pollard and the others battling for the position. And Rod Houston, who was lapped before, he gets his anger out at Jacob Lawler, the pole setter, and then Pollard tries to stop his car, and he cannot do so, and gets a hard hit from Emma White. who's also having a bad day. Another one of the leaders who had his good day gone bad. Wow. And Pollard chose to pit before the green flag waved, so if he didn't, none of this would have happened. But, well, what can you do? Not sure we're getting back under green at this point. Mary Cole has just retired. She also had damage with the accident, and Steve Pollard has just retired, which means they will go to the oval config, to the oval race. And oh no, Jean Sanford's pitting. She gives up possibly her win. There is going to be 2 to go when they hit the stripe, and on top of that, so many other drivers choose to pit. Wow. I don't know what's going on with them pitting in the middle, but there's 2 laps to go. They could have easily made it out, but they didn't. Oh my gosh. What a twist. And that, guess who the leader is? Zach Flickinger. He's the leader with 2 to go. If he makes it on fuel, he could be a winner. Unless if they get back under green next period. And the lights are still on. They're not getting under green again. Oh wait, they are. Wait a minute. Yeah, they are not getting under green again. How surprising. As that they chose to pit in the middle of the caution, and the race is over. The race is over. They thought they probably would see another 1 more lap, and they didn't think it would be important, but, well, there is 1 more lap. We're not getting back under green. Big mistake for Jean Sanford, and it cost her the victory. What a tough day for her. But Zach Flickinger, if he can hold on to win it, if he can hold on to his car and not pit in the middle, he's going to win this race. It'd be an amazing day for Zach Flickinger, a lucky day for him, if he can hold his fuel together. Here they come towards pit roll, and they're not gonna pit. At least not so. Let's see. This is the point where they pit. I don't think they're pitting. There's the pit wall. They're not going to pit. And therefore, off the final turn, Zach Flickinger joins his brother in the wins list here at Mosport. On a lucky break from after Jean Sanford gave up the lead with 2 to go while pitting, Zach Flickinger did not pit, and that was the one that got him the race. So Zach Flickinger has won this race here at Mosport. And lucky him, he joins his brother along with the winners' names. Bill Flickinger. Flickinger joins his name. Leia moves up to second, not the way she wanted it, but at least the Napa cars had a solid day. They survived, and well, Leia's got to be happy. Ryan Acosta is third. Justin and Aaron Williams, because of the pit confusion, both brothers finish in the top 5, a rare occurrence. Wow. And 6th was John Radican. 7th was Dylan Young, who I think was in the 10th and final spot, transferring into the from oval last time we saw. Avi Sachs 8th. John McNamara is 9th. And guess who is in 10th in the final spot? Bill Flickinger, Zach's brother. Wow, Zach's brother made it into the top 10, and now he doesn't have to go to the oval race. As for the 11th spot, Rohit Vaidarvu, he wished there was 1 more lap to go, because he wanted to make the pass for the 10th and final spot so that he can avoid the oval config race. But he'll have to go down there as he finishes so close 11th. He was so close from getting out of it, but maybe a benefit, like I said, because it may be a chance for the ones that don't have a race win this season, a chance to win. So at least they have a shot. And here's the rest of the field. The rest of the field are going over. The rest of this field is going over to the oval config. But the ones not going the oval config, it's Zach Flickinger winning here at Mosport. Yep, a weird twist result, except for Flickinger. They didn't stop. So So what a weird race at the road course config, but don't worry, more action here to come as we head on over to the oval config later tonight for the race there. So Flickinger, Walker, Acosta, the Williamses, Radican, Young, Sachs, McNamara, and Bill Flickinger don't have to race there. The others 11th and below, you'll see them too. You'll see them. So, well, hope you enjoyed now, and stick around, folks. The oval config race will be coming. Here we go. Well, here we are, folks. We continue our YouTube Poop Weekend at Mosport with the short track configuration here. Remember I said earlier that the ones 11th and below from the road course race have to race here in the oval? 12. Here they are. Here it is. The ones 11th and below from the road course race are racing in the oval config. But don't worry, if for the winner of this one will get the win credited towards the standing of Season 3. And if it's one without, if it's a driver without a win, that'll certainly count, and he or she will make it to the playoffs. Awesome. So here's the race, and on the pool today, we have the 11 of Trevor Harvey. Well, Harvey flipped early before in Mosport, and now he gets redemption for winning the pole here at Mosport. A heavy favorite now to watch, since he's on the pole, and short track races are not fun as road courses. Anyway, Joey Murphy's on the outside, Chris Dollarton, then James Shelley, Lily Erickson in the top 5, Tim Freilich, Stephen Paul III, Jake Williams, Ryan Richards, and Diego Espina round out your top 10. So, can't wait to see the results here at the short track. Will it be just as exciting as the road course race we had earlier today? We will see. So here we go. Let's hear those famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
This is Mosport 2 configuration. This is the oval config. Trevor Harvey leads us for 30 laps at the oval, and the reason there's more than the first race is because it's a short track and lap times are very short, so I wanted to be advisable of that. Here we go. The second part of the YouTube Poop Weekend is going to get underway with the green flag. It is a small course, so every move counts. And you got to be very careful of what move to strike next. Never know what's going to happen at this course. I made it this a weekend because this track can only hold 36 drivers, I think. And I figured why not make it a weekend, because it's both Mosports. And I guess that'll probably come back next season, but Trevor Harvey is just off to a rocking start. He's already in the lead very quickly. Chris Dollarton moves up to second. Uh-oh, we've had a warning back there. Someone just spun it. It's Joey Murphy and Pollard, and he held up a lot of other drivers. And that was the warning I tried to give everybody out. Everyone gets piled up back there. It's huge. It's big. Oh my gosh. Third lap already and a caution came out? How unusual is that? And the wreck happened with Joey Murphy and James Shelley. Shelley just could not catch a break. Stephen Paul III also spins as well. And a lot of drivers get packed. It's a huge traffic jam. Dom Capps, Kenny Bale damaged, and some other drivers damaged as well. There's Gene Sanford, the driver who almost won at Mosport Road Course, then pitted with 3 to go and lost the race. And this day has gone from bad to worse for the 31 and the 43 machine. And wait a minute, Luke Walker has damage? How did that happen? Whoa, wow. And I guess what? We just saw another spin involving Luke Walker. Luke Walker spun out as well. There you see Jordan Davis getting a clip from him. Charles Sanford, and he flips him over. Steve Pollard could not avoid that. He gets damage as well. And 26 is left flipping. Yikes. That's not a good wreck to take. Nice view of the pace car, but we're not here to look for the pace car. Here to get back under racing here. And after all this confusion, Luke Walker is the only driver to retire from the race. Of course, he flipped over. Kenny Bale a lap down. I wonder if he's going to be on the bottom of the leader on this restart, because if he is, boy, would that be unusual. And I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, that's going to happen. So here we go. Trevor Harvey still your leader at Mosport's Oval, and the green flag will be out again. And they just zoom by Kenny Bale. No surprise. Oh, Lily Erickson, you gotta be careful when making a move like that. And there's Stephen Paul, the third, just spun out. Here they come to our final turn. Can Erickson do the move? And she spins. Both of them spin out just before the line. Both just spun out. The caution is out. Chris Darlington made it through. What a surprise! A surprise twist here in the short track of Mosport. And you thought it was not going to be exciting as the road course race? Think again, because there's some excitement to share. We'll get to that later, but first here's what happened. Pollard gets tapped by Ryan Richards. Tim Freilich was trying to avoid it, and Joey Murphy just could not stop his car and goes by. And so Dom Capps, Rohit Baidarvu, they all get held up in the accident, another traffic jam, and they all spin out. But the big spin we're talking is with Trevor Harvey and Lily Erickson. I mean, I can't believe what happened. Erickson was going for the lead against Trevor Harvey, and then Harvey gets into the wall. Both of them spin out. Chris Darlington, the lucky man, makes it through, and the 16 just made it. Diego Espina stopped by it. Harvey does get back up on track to race, and so does Erickson, but there won't be the leaders when they come to the stripe. Wow, what a race. This race is off to a wonderful, fun start, isn't it? Ah, yeah. Kenny Bale, Scott Ferguson, Joey Murphy, Nicole Williams, Charles Sanford, Steve Pollard has retired from the race. Bale, Pollard III, Baidarvu, and Wood are a lap down, and Chris Darlington is still the leader. Oh, and by the way, the 15 is in 13th, and the 11 is in 10th. The 11 still is in the top 10. Weird, because they spun out earlier before. How unusual is that? And now the lap cars will be on the bottom again. So that'll be fun once again. This time they've got to deal with 4 cars on the bottom as a lap down. So that'll be interesting. Darlington your leader, then Alan Smith, Tim Freilich, Ryan Richards, and Emma White in the top 5. Here comes the green flag. We're back under green. And Chris Darlington off to a great start. But unfortunately for the other drivers held up the laps, not so great. And the 16's using that to his advantage to catch up to them, bumping and banging below. Oh, no caution. Wow. No, James Shelley and the 20 machine has just flipped. They just flipped. Oh, I hope Alan Smith. Oh, and there's Mason Wood spinning too. Man, has this been a wreck fest. Oh, hitting the wall. They get through it, and Darlington leads to the stripe. Seth Cole just got out of that as well. Uh-oh. Careful, Darlington. And how did he get on that pit? I don't know. I think Seth Cole was trying to find the pit stalls, and he instead found something else. No, he was trying to avoid Mason Wood's wreck. Then he goes down below trying to pit. He misses the stalls completely. Either he went... Yeah, their stalls are separated by 2. Because of the smallness of the track, the stalls are separated by 2. He didn't miss his stall. His stall was on the other side. And he went for a stop and go, I think, and he was off. Yeah, very, very weird. It's a very weird scenario for pit stops. Here it is again, as you see the 17 Mason Wood gets clipped by Marshall Race. Right here. Spin out below, and everyone tries to avoid it. They do successfully. And as for the other wreck between Vedarvu and Shelley, what happened there? And Jake Williams flipped. Here it is again, the 20 machine clipped by the 4, James Shelley, and the 20 is flipping upside down. And Pichu could not stop that, and he gets hit as well. Shelley spinning out, and everyone trying to get through it. The traffic jam back there. And we're still back under caution, trying to get back the laps, and boy has this been a wreck fest, as promised. Barry Cole, Shelley, Expo, Williams retired, and others are all lapped down, but since there's going to be less than 10 to go when they hit the stripe, I think there's going to be there's going to be exactly 10 laps to go when they hit the stripe, so the lap cars won't be a factor anymore, but Pollard held up the other 2 of Alan Smith. Could be an advantage for Chris Dollarton as he'll lead us to the green. He's looking for his 2nd win of the season. Here we go. The green flag is out again. Pit stops, by the way, the pit stops have been the least of their worries today because the pit stalls are very unusual. They are split into 2 groups instead of just one straight stall like the regular tracks are. That's because it's the small track. Track's way too small for just 1 pits. 9 to go. Dom Cap's pitting. As we see drivers pitting, this could be interesting. And with the traffic like this could very well be interesting. Trying to cut to the leader, and apparently not letting me. There's the leader back there. Emma White moving to 2nd. Uh-oh, 3 too wide. 3 wide of the road course. That's not good. Gotta be careful, guys. Richards and Marshall Race all hit the wall below. Freilich has to let go. Race gets through, and how did they not wreck? No clue. Wow. Oh, they're approaching the lap car. Gene Sanford. Sanford's had a rough day so far, and it's gonna get even worse if she doesn't get through. 6 to go here at Mosport. With all the wall hitting, wall smashing, can Chris Dollarton hang on? Emma White is in 2nd. She's closing in on the 78. This could possibly be a race. There'll be 5 to go when they hit it again. The next flag will end the race. So any move they've got, any opportunity they have to take it. And Emma White's taking any opportunity she can. Close to him, but George Warp was there for 2nd. George Warp there for 2nd. They just passed White for 2nd. Race going for 3rd. Here comes the last wall with 4 to go when they hit it. And they hit the wall. Whoa, they get loose, and they lose a 2nd to Marshall Race. Race has an advantage on the bottom. He's going for the lead. He does. Race gets the lead. Trevor Harvey below on the bottom trying to follow him. Trying to pass Dollarton for 2nd. Dollarton hits the wall. Race slowing down. Trevor Harvey just gets past him on the line. 3 to go here at Mosport. Harvey's leading, trying to redeem himself after that flip before in the road course. Oh, and Dollarton spins out. That could be the race there. Has enough room with 2 to go. Can he hold on? And he will hold on, and Trevor Harvey leads to the caution. And what an exciting race, and Trevor Harvey leads it. Before we get to the wreck, we got to see if Harvey doesn't pit. With all that damage he has, he is prone to pitting. Oh my goodness, was this a race? I mean, this weekend has been amazing, extraordinary, to say the least. No, he's not pitting. He will see the white flag with 1 to go for Trevor Harvey. If he doesn't pit on this period, he will win the race. And if he wins it again, this would be his 3rd victory of the season. And not only that, he'd be tied for the most victories this season. He'd be the 3rd driver with 3 victories this season if he can hold on. If not, Alan Smith will become the 3rd driver to win 3. We'll see if he doesn't pit. It looks like he's speeding up a bit. And he will not pit. And off the final turn to cap the YTP Weekend, Trevor Harvey wins his 3rd of the season at Mosport. What a race, folks, and Harvey gets it done. From the pole to the win. Wow, it was a tough road, but nevertheless, he did it. Wow. And one more time, we got to see the caution with Chris Dollarton wrecking. He almost won this race. He almost did. But then chaos endured with Lily Erickson, spun him out with 3 to go, and that ended the race right there. And then he came back up for revenge. Then he came back right up for revenge on Erickson and White as well. And there's another traffic jam there. Ton of them we saw today. Wow. My goodness, was this exhausting to do this weekend. This weekend has been amazing. What an amazing weekend, folks. And that'll do it here from the Mosport tracks. Harvey, your winner. Then Alan Smith, Marshall Race, George Ward, Tim Fralick, Seth Cole, Ryan Richards, Jacob Lawler, Pete Chu, and Jordan Davis in the top 10. And the rest of the field wrecked out below. There's our 10th and below. Boy, has this been a great weekend, folks. And International and the NASCAR Pokemon Cup Series World Tour is concluding. We'll conclude with the next race at Pig Stadium. That's right, the 3rd and final Pigs Grand Slam race of the season. No, the next to last Pigs Grand Slam race of the season. We have our 4th and final one in the middle of the next race, 10 race span. So, hope you guys will watch. And congrats to both Trevor Harvey and Zach Flickinger winning the Mosport Weekend, YTP Weekend here at Mosport. And it's been exciting, by the way. So, hope to guys see you around at Pig Stadium for the 3rd race of the Pigs Grand Slam to wrap up the World Tour. So, see you guys later.